Hey, yo, my people, it's night.
Uh-huh.
And,
Uh-huh.
and my answer is usually, I'm an artist. Love.
Skiza message bro, skiza uzito. Pia nimeona pia madada pale kuna ile macho wanakurushia wanakurushia macho fulani hivi imelegezwa.
Yes,
Toa
yes.
maoni, una mtu?
My advice to young people is be safe. I'm not yet dating, but when I do, I'll let you guys know for sure.
Hii mpaka ameipigia makofi, bwana asifiwe.
Nishikilie na kuita kwa jina lako.
Mambo vipi ladies and gentlemen? Karibuni ndani ya Mkenya Marekani. Channel ambayo inakuwa inakujulisha mambo mawili matatu hapa ndani ya Washington. Information, we feature guys who are doing extraordinary things. And today is no difference because we have one of the biggest superstar hapa ndani ya Washington. Kijana barubaru wanapiga muziki mwendo kadhaa alafu tunajua inakuwa vipi. So if you're new here, consider subscribing na wacha tujue mgeni wetu wa leo. Vipi bro? Wazi. Karibu sana.
Asante sana.
Yes, how's it going?
Everything is going good.
Yeah.
Tunashukuru.
You're just coming from a big show hapa hivi ndani ya harusi bana.
Yeah, baba, ndo tumepiga show ya harusi.
Yeah.
Sababu tumealikwa tuje tuimbe ngoma zetu za mapenzi.
Yeah.
Watu wafurahi, watu wapendane.
Hapo sawa. So, let's start first of all with introduction and then to move from there.
Yes. My name's Snight Braza. I'm an artist. I sing love songs and I'm from Seattle, Washington.
Wow, definitely. How did you start bro bana?
Mimi mziki nimeanza kitambo sana. Nimeanza kitambo. I used to sing in church. Yeah. I used to be a praise and worship leader. But at the same time, I used to play football. As in football kutoka Africa, America wanaita soccer, unajua? Yeah. So I used to play football and before I ventured into music, I wanted to focus on my football. Yeah. And then I think a year and a half ago is when I started doing music.
Wow. How was it to balance like both? Are you still doing soccer?
Yes, right now I'm doing soccer, but not with as much focus as I had in the past. But I'm still doing it. But now my mind and my everything is being channeled towards music.
Why music?
Why music? I felt like this is a talent I've had for a long time. I knew I loved music and I knew I had a passion for it, but I never gave it a chance. Well, when I look at my other talent, soccer, I've given it a chance. So I guess it's high time I also give my other talent a chance to see where it can get me.
Wow. There's a big hustle because in America we don't have producers who like know how to play like African music. How is it for you to produce music and do good, like up to standard music? What is the process like?
Okay, so yeah, no, that's a very big challenge for many artists that are here because there's different sounds as you've said. So what I do is I have a home studio and so one of my other friends also has a home studio. So we record our vocals at home and then we work with producers who are back home. Some producers in Tanzania, some in Kenya, some in Uganda, some in Rwanda. So we just record the vocals raw and then we send them for the mixing and mastering and then they send us back the final product. Yeah. Which works very well for me so far because I don't know what I would have been doing without that kind of process, you know. Yeah, so I thank God I have a studio I can record vocals. Yeah. And then send all the content to them for mixing and mastering.
Wow, that's fantastic. I've heard in your couple of songs there's some resemblance pale umeingia pale kidogo bongo hivi kuna neo sound kina 𝐕𝐿𝐼 namna hii. Are those your mentors?
Well, yeah, you've mentioned some very good artists from our country. 𝐕𝐿𝐼, Bahati, the likes. I listen to their music. Their music is amazing. But well, for me it's different because in Kenya I'm from Mombasa.
Oh,
so nice. Yeah, so that's where you guys hear that twist of bongo flavor and the Swahili, and you know, that's where it comes from. I'm from Watamu, a place called Watamu in Mombasa. Yeah.
Wow. There's a huge challenge here in the US, especially to other talents, because they are not paying yet, and hustle between that and daytime job. You know, how is that for you?
Well, of course, it's a challenge. It's a challenge. It's a big challenge because if you look where we are, we're in the States. Yeah. And in the States, it's of course it's a land of opportunities, but also at the same time, it's a land of opportunities, but you have to be smart because the talents here, they just don't break out like back home. Yeah. You have to really work and you have to have a strategy and a plan. So I've sat down with a few people. I have a plan, I have a strategy, and that's the blueprint we're using to see how far we can get my music out to as many people as possible. Yeah.
I've always liked to ask this because personally I'm a musician, so I like to ask, what did your parents say when you started soccer and music? Were they like, wewe lazima usome bro maze, wewe chukua unataka uprofesa sijui nini?
Yeah, so that's a typical parent, you know.
Yeah.
They want us to go to school, but I'm thankful is thank you so much to my mom because she believes in my talents. That's one thing I'm really humbled about, and she's never told me no. She's never told me you have to go to school. She always tells me just do what makes you happy. And for me, I look around me and I see my talents that I have. Those are the things that make me happy. That's why I'm still doing soccer. I'm still doing music. So she's a very, very instrumental person when it comes to my talent and my art that I do. And it just gives me this inspiration, and it gives me this peace of being able to do it with everything that I have. Because if my mom is supporting me, that's everything. Yeah. So I'm so thankful for that, and I appreciate her for that.
Yeah. Definitely, when I talk to young people, I have to bring this to attention because there is a lot of depression, a lot of drug use. Unajua hapa Washington imekubalika bro.
Yes.
Na there is freedom in doing so. But the problem, the only challenge is when you use and you are gotten, either there is DUI, there is you can't find a job. What can you advise young people out there?
My advice to young people is be safe, and above all, follow the rules in America. They put the rules for a reason. You know, this is not a land where it's like back home. You can get away with things because you can.
Yeah.
No, everywhere is different. When you go to Rome, you gotta behave like the Romans. It's such a cliche quote, but it's a quote that carries a lot of weight because if we come here, it's like if I come to your house, if you say I have to take off my shoes, I gotta take out my shoes to get in your house. I come to America, there's rules. If I follow those rules, I'm gonna have a very good time here, you know? So I tell young people, we're not perfect, but let's try our best to follow the rules that have been put by this country because this is not where we're from. We have to understand that they're looking at everything, even if we're doing things right, they will double look at it just to be sure you're doing it extra right because you're not from here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I tell young people just take care of themselves, you know? Have a good environment around you, even the people you surround yourself with, because those are the people that will influence you in what you do or what you take or what you do. Yeah. Myself, I advise young people, if you're a young person out there, come join our soccer team. You don't have to play if you don't know how to play. Come be, you can carry the water, there's Gatorade, volunteer to help the team because we also travel a lot, you know? So there's something, and you're always in the midst of young people that are doing something out there instead of being somewhere else doing something that you're not supposed to be doing. So get out there, look for something to do. And I think if you occupy with yourself with something, I think it's gonna reduce the risks of us being in places we're not supposed to be. Yeah, that's what I think.
Why you judged so much when you are a praise and worship, but you started doing like the not so gospel music?
Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. I was judged so much, and it was at first it was heartbreaking because you know I was just a young boy that has a dream, and then the dream that I'm looking at doesn't align with somebody else and what they think of me. You know, so it was kind of disappointing because this is what I want, but then someone is telling me this is what you should do. You know what I'm saying? And with all due respect to our elders, sometimes I think they need to know how to talk to young people concerning the things they're doing. You know, not saying we're right, but get to know why somebody is doing what they're doing. Get to know what made you come to that conclusion, and what's your plan, or what impact are you trying to have, you know, out here to people. So I think the approach of some of the elders, because it's not all of them, of course, yeah. I can't put everyone in the same boat because so some of the elders, the way they approach situations of what young people do, is what chases young people away, you know. And I thank God I have a strong personality where I can hold a conversation, whether it's a sweet one, a rough one. I can be able to converse and reason out why are you telling me to do this. Because if somebody tells me I need to be doing like gospel music, I'll ask them why do you think so, you know, so I can hear what they have to say, and I'll tell them why I'm doing what I'm doing, and I do what I do because I do love songs because that's every time I sit down and I think about writing music, that's what flows out of me. And there's no need of me forcing something else to flow out. if this is what is, yes, if this is what's flowing out, you know what I'm saying? So it's like you and the content you create. Somebody comes tells you, Gary, you cannot go everywhere and just interview anybody. No, you have a vision from Kenya Marekani. You know where this is going, and you know where you're taking it. Yeah. What I usually say is, as long as it's not illegal, go for it.
Definitely. But there's a strong point that my good friend has elaborated. And today I was in a church, and the pastor said, you might be so disgusted by the young people because they are tempted because of drugs, because of alcohol. But since you don't do it, you are like, why are they not overcoming it? But when you are tempted by something that you like and you fall and there's nobody to judge you, you don't talk about it. So thank you so much for that point. Now let me ask you. Yes. Unajua ni kijana barubaru hivi nini na nini na unaimba nyimbo za mapenzi bana. Na nimeona pia madada pale bana. Kuna ile macho wanakurushia wanakurushia macho fulani hivi imelegezwa.
Yes.
Yes. Maoni una mtu?
Kwa sasa no. Kwa sasa sina mtu. Na kama kuna mtu nimekwaza.
Unajua ataona hii filamu.
Yo, kama kuna mtu nimekosea mahali, please forgive me, but as far as I'm concerned, I am single and I am not looking.
Ama ni hapa ndio uko single, kwingine uko sawa.
Hapa I plead the fifth. Yeah, I plead the fifth. So, yeah, mimi niko single. I've been in relationships, and most of my songs I write from most of my own personal experiences and my close friends' relationship experiences. So the songs I write are things that have happened to me or to my friends or someone very close to me. So that's what I look at, and I just get inspiration and I write music. But personally, I'm not yet dating, but when I do, I'll let you guys know for sure.
Hii mpaka ameipigia makofi, bwana asifiwe. How do you find, is that a challenge bana bro? Unapiga ma love song alafu watu wanakurukia nini na nini. Is that a challenge? Kila mtu anakuja. Kila hata hapa najua nimekushika. Kuna mtu anataka kukuongelesha sana.
Oh, for sure it's a challenge because the question I get a lot is, you don't have a girlfriend. So, who do you think about when you write these songs? And and my answer is usually, I'm an artist. Yeah. Whatever is in my head, sometimes is something I create. That's why we're called creatives, you know? Yeah. So sometimes it's not even about who I'm thinking about. Yeah. It's about what message am I trying to put across. Mm-hmm. That's what usually I'm thinking about most of the time when I'm doing my music. Because I want my music to have a certain message. I don't want my music to carry a certain person. Mm-hmm. Or I'm not here to sell somebody to people. No. Yeah. I'm selling a certain message about a certain relationship. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So usually I get that question a lot, but I'll clear it by saying I think about the message. And the message is love.
Skiza message, bro. Skiza uzito. No. Let me ask you another question before we come to a conclusion. Yes. You have many songs, bana. Which one is your favorite?
My favorite song is not out yet.
Eish! Wait. Bro! Hey. Maze, moment of silence kwa hiyo point. Hii point ni mbaya bana. Iko sawa. Yeah, so, lakini gani umeimba ikakutoa sana?
Zenye zimetoka?
Yenye imekutoa.
Yenye imenitoa sana?
Yeah.
Mpenzi Njoo. Yeah. Mpenzi Njoo was one hell of a song. It started off very, I'll say it started off weird because it was not supposed to be a song I was supposed to release. It was my friend saying, record a song so you can just have it. Just listen to it by yourself. Yeah. Because you sing, we tell you have a talent, right? I was like, okay, fine, I'll record a song. I'll listen to it myself. And then one day we were traveling to Minnesota with our soccer team. And somebody mistakenly played it in the van because the whole team was in the van. And everybody started going crazy in the van, talking about, what does this sound like you? What is this you? I'm like, yes. Oh no, now you can't have this all to yourself. Yeah. You have to release it. I'm like, oh my goodness. I thought I was just supposed to record this just for fun. Hey, iko tu yangu ya kukaa nayo. Lakini sasa ikafika sasa ni watolee ngoma. So if you go look on my YouTube, you'll see the song was released with a cartoon character on YouTube. Yeah. Because the release was not even because I wanted even to venture into doing music at that time. It was just a release so people that were bothering me could listen and leave me alone. But when that happened, it created another channel of we want another one. Just like the other one. And then after that one and the another one. And here we are.
Wow. That's fantastic. What's your future with this?
My future is, man, I'm trying to just have my voice and my talent and my the message I have in me reach to as many people as possible. I just want to be a positive impact to the community. And by that I mean my songs have to have a certain message, you know? And I usually say, just because I sing love songs doesn't mean I can't sing a gospel song, you know? It's just, as an artist, you know, if a painter can draw you, and a painter can draw a Muslim, and a painter can draw Jesus, it's not because he's a Christian or he's a Muslim. No, he's just an artist who just wants to portray what he has in him. He's just expressing himself. So what I usually say, me as a musician, as long as I'm in a track or I'm in a song and that song has a message to you or to somebody else, that's one of the most important things. And I have been featured in gospel songs. So people always ask, "Oh, are you gonna sing? Are you ever gonna drop just a pure gospel album?" Yes, I will. And I have one. You know, it's not even if I have a gospel album ready to drop with just gospel and love songs and many other teachable topics. So it's just I'm an artist and I just create what comes to me, and I believe anything that comes to me is gonna have some sort of positive impact to the community. Yeah.
Thank you so much. I want us to hear one of the chorus from 𝐕𝐵𝐺𝐻, alafu tutakuwa tumemaliza show. So we'll just finish the show and then we'll sing later. So what's your parting shot?
All right, my people. So I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much, mkenyamarekanitv. Before I leave, you make sure you go subscribe, like, and share mkenyamarekanitv for your updates of everything that happens in the diaspora. Au sio? Kama ufollow mkenyamarekanitv, unafanya nini? Unafanya nini? So please, guys, let's support. Let's get this thing going global. Au sio? Mkenyamarekanitv is not just kitu ya Marekani peke yake. Yani ni vitu ambavyo vitakuwa Europe in a few years, vitakuwa in other countries. Au sio? Thank you so much, big bro. Wow. Nashukuru sana. Na mimi nazaambia tu watu, in whatever you do, just make sure you give 100% every day. Make sure you pray, and above all, have fun.
Wazi.
Yeah.
So I leave you with Mzito hapa hivi apige chorus yake moja hatari sana.
Yo my people, it's night. Listen. Aliyaleta Mungu, matamu si machungu, kote tutaenda tu, iwe Mombasa ama tuende majuu. Hebu nishike nikushike tu, milele yote na tuende tu, usiwasikize wataharibu tu. Nishikilie na kuita kwa jina lako, kwa moyo uko peke yako, uwe wangu niwe wako. Oh baby. Subscribe to mkenyamarekanitv. Make sure you like, comment, and share. I'll see you. See you next time.